Welcome to day 2. So today we're going to talk about your why, setting goals, and time management. So to first start off, I want to tell you my why. So a few months before I became a coach, I decided that I kind of wanted to help our family have a little extra wiggle room. Not that things were super tight, but I thought, well, if I'm a capable person, I could go work part-time because I did not want to miss out on opportunity and time with my kids. So I went and did job interviews, and I realized that I was just not going to be present with my kids. So a little backstory. Growing up, I grew up with a single mom, and I remember always wanting to fit in. Like, my friends would go home and their moms would be home from school, or their moms would get to take them places and do things with them, or even come to school and help in our classroom, and my mom couldn't do that because she was busy at work, which I'm so grateful for because she provided for us. But I can just remember always wanting that and wanting to be like my friends. And so I had made myself this promise that if I was able to do it and our family had the means to do it, that I was going to stay home with my kids and raise them. And so when I had looked into going back to work, I just had this feeling that it wasn't right. It just wasn't right for my family at the time. Like, I needed to be present with my kids. And so that's one of the reasons I am a coach, and that's one of my whys, is because I want to be here with my kids. I want to be able to take them to the park just because, or to go see a movie in the middle of the afternoon just because we can. Like, I want that freedom. I want to teach them and be a part of their lives. Another why that I have that actually has just become a recent why is I see how hardworking my husband is. We run a business, and I see how much time and effort and sweat and tears he puts into it. And not that he doesn't love his job, but I know there are days that he wishes he could be home with us as a family more. And so recently I decided that I want, in the long run, to retire my husband. Not that he has to, and I'm not telling him he has to, but if he came home to me one day and said, I'm done, we would be totally fine. Like, he could do that, and it wouldn't even cause a ripple, and it wouldn't cause any issues for us. We would be fine to do that. So those are my two whys. One, I want to be around for my kids. I want to have freedom to go and do things with them whenever, wherever. Number two, my husband. I want him to be present in my children's life like I am. I want us all four to be able to pack up and just go somewhere. So in the beginning of being a coach, I really struggled with comparing myself to other people. And there are still days that I do that. I can remember thinking, oh my gosh, she's totally rocking it, and I'm over here not sure what I'm doing. Or, oh my gosh, did you read her post about how much money she made? Oh, I haven't even seen that. I just remember comparing myself to other people because I'm a competitive person. But I realized that in this business, you're only competing with yourself. It's like swimmers. When they compete in swimming, what do? They stay in their own lane. Do they look at what the other people are doing? No. They just focus on what they can do, and they just swim their lane. And that's what you need to do as a coach. Swim your lane. You have great potential, and you are not like everyone else, and that's a good thing. So don't worry about comparing yourself to other people. So one thing you need to do is have a deep-rooted why. This is what's going to carry you through those hard times, the roller coaster ride of coaching. You just have to have a why. Why are you doing this? It's going to motivate you and drive you and keep you going even in times that you're questioning what you're doing and why you're sacrificing. Like, this is the thing that's going to carry you through. So you need to focus on you and your journey. You need to dig deep. Why are you coaching? Why did you take the plunge? Why did you sign up to do this? What is it about Beachbody that drew you to the company? So find your reason, because that is what's going to keep you going. It's what's going to carry you through the ups and downs. It's going to help you overlook what everyone else is doing when you're comparing yourself to them and it's going to give you the motivation you need to just keep moving forward. So your why is the thing that just carries you through. So next, we're going to talk about is goals. So everyone should have a goal and should have goals, whether they're a coach or not, right? It's a pretty crummy life if you don't have your sights set on something. It's super, super important. So I want to challenge you to set 10 goals that you'll complete within the next 12 months. You need to be here a year from now building this business. What do you want to happen during those 12 months? Do you want to go emerald? Do you want to pay off debt? Do you want to quit your job? Do you want to be a diamond coach? Because to really excel in this business, you're going to want to be a diamond as soon as possible. And you can do that as long as you're setting goals and moving forward. All right, last, time management is super critical when it comes to coaching. So you've never done this before, right? Coaching hasn't been a part of your day-to-day life. So you need to focus on when you're going to put time in this business. So set aside business hours so that you can achieve your goals. So I say shoot for 1 to 2 hours a day if possible. And I know some people go, oh, I don't have that time. Sit down and evaluate. You probably do have the time. If you struggle with finding time, I really suggest creating a bell schedule, like the ones that the schools use, so that you can make sure you have you've set aside the proper amount of time to do what needs to be done. I honestly do that myself. I have it in a note. I'll show you really quick on my phone. At the top in a note, if you see it, it has the times. 7:15, wake up. 7:30, read personal development. And I do it for my whole day because that way I stay on schedule and I don't get off track. The more hours you put in, the quicker your business will grow. So in the beginning, try to set aside as much time as possible that you can do because it will pay off in the end. So I do want to stress to you that you need to find some sort of balance. There will be times of sacrifice when you are spending time on a webinar on a Monday night instead of putting your kids to bed, okay? Because starting out, you need to put in the hours. But, here's big but, big but, here it is. You need to make it a point to be present with your family. You need to block out that time in your schedule, just like you're going to do with your business hours, to unplug, to log out of Facebook, to log out of Instagram, and to just completely be with your family. I want you to get in that habit right now because so many coaches struggle with being attached to their phones 24/7. I'm guilty of it. There are times when I should be present with my family and I'm worried I'm missing a message. That message will be there when you get on, okay? Your family is going to keep growing and time is going to keep passing. So make sure you are spending quality time with your family. There is a difference between quality and quantity, right? So make that time that you have count with your family. So make sure you're working on balancing both worlds. So you have 3 things to do today. First, I want you to write out your why. Dig deep, really figure out why you're doing this. Why are you here? Why are you adding more to your busy life? Why did you choose this? You need to identify your why so you can keep hanging on through the rough times as a coach. Second, I want you to write down your 10 goals that you want to accomplish in the next year. Not only coaching-wise, but in other aspects of your life as well. Don't think small. Write out big, scary dreams. You want to quit your job? You want to pay off debt? Write it down. Goals are just dreams written down. So if you want to create a cute collage on PicMonkey.com, go for it. Just make sure you have your goals written down. And last, get out a calendar, your phone, a planner, whatever works for you, and schedule your business hours. Block out 1 to 2 hours to work specifically on your business. So those are your 3 assignments for the day, and make sure you send them to your upline coach, and I will see you tomorrow.